Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. The Environment Delegation organizes again this year their traditional party at La Paloma Park to raise awareness among our young school children. On this occasion, it was held to commemorate Recycling Day, and the main theme was saving water.
La Paloma Park hosts on Wednesday the celebration of Recycling Day, an event attended by the Mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, and Environment Councilman Joaquín Villazón. A day of games and learning that brought together all the second-year primary pupils from the schools of Benalmádena with the main aim of teaching the children the importance of recycling and saving water. The Mayor of Benalmádena stressed the importance of working together to curb the problem, talking about the need to raise awareness among children to create habits.
Benalmádena es un municipio lleno de actividades, ¿no? Hoy es el Día Internacional.
Today is World Recycling Day, and the City Council is organizing this great day to educate children so that they acquire habits that will enable them to move towards a much more sustainable society. Today they learn the importance of recycling to give a second life to many materials that could otherwise end up in landfills polluting the environment. Villazón, for his part, stressed that it is vital to educate our children as they are the ones who will then pass on the message to their parents and relatives. Recycling is a very important aspect of sustainable development, and the children are very effective in transmitting this message to their parents at home. In addition to recycling, this year's workshop and test address other important aspects such as saving water, which is essential in this period of drought. Jorge Quesada, one of the organizers, points out that this is the 8th year that this great festival has been celebrated, which has brought together 700 children in the park.
We
have been organizing this recycling festival in Benalmádena for 8 years now, a very fun day with the participation of 700 students from all the schools in the municipality who take part in up to 7 different tests related to the environment and nature conservation. The participating students are in the second year of primary school and have taken part in fun and sporting events related to subjects such as water saving, sustainable mobility, and climate change, all with a strong didactic component. The students have carried out recreational and sporting tests related to subjects such as water saving, sustainable mobility, or climate change, all with a strong didactic component. The Recycling Festival is the culmination of the environmental education program that the Town Hall promotes every academic year in Benalmádena's schools.
The ACC celebrated its fundraising day last week, and we spoke with its local president, Luisa Jiménez, who thanked all the volunteers for their participation and the Mayor, Victor Navas, for his visit.
The Spanish Association Against Cancer continues with its fight against one of the hardest diseases. Volunteers from all the municipalities went out to the streets, money boxes in hand, to celebrate the fundraising day. In Benalmádena, they have been present in many places, one of them in the Plaza de las Tres Culturas, where we met with the president of the local group, Luisa Jiménez, and the mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas.
Hoy aquí en la Plaza de las Tres Culturas, la asociación contra el
With this collection table, the association is trying to attract new members and send a powerful message of awareness and visibility about cancer and prevention. This year's slogan is "Research is necessary," and for this to be carried out, economic resources are essential. We public authorities have a moral duty to provide funds to the budget items dedicated to medical research. Navas, who was accompanied by Head Councilman Juan Carrillo, as well as by Pilar Ramírez and Sergio Torralbo, among others councillors, highlight the importance of research.
Se demostró durante la pandemia, ¿no? Sí es cierto que
To research, innovate, and be able to create drugs and therapies that contribute to curing cancer, we need the involvement of the state, as was demonstrated during the pandemic. When public administrations are directly involved in research, solutions to disease can be found in record time, as happened with the COVID vaccine. The same happens with cancer. If we dedicate the necessary public resource to research, we could find a solution to many of the diseases we suffer from today. For her part, Jiménez spoke about the deployment of the association throughout the province.
Ya estamos de nuevo, un año más, el día de nuestra
The fundraising day is a big day for the association. Today we are taking to the streets in the province of Málaga with 600 volunteers to raise funds and members, thus maintaining our firm commitment to society. This year we are focusing our attention on such an important aspect as research, without which we cannot make progress. Research is what ends up saving lives, and we want it to increase between now and 2030, so that in this way we can advance in the fight against the disease. We have organized tables in various parts of the municipality to be present in every corner and raise awareness in society of the importance of the fight against cancer. The challenge of the association is to surpass the 70% survival rate by 2030. Currently, thanks to the research, the survival rate in men is 55.3% and in women 61.7%. It is now necessary to continue to promote oncological research and to ensure that the investment is translated into a response to the needs of the sick, guaranteeing access to the result of research and that all types of cancer are sufficiently researched.
Costa del Sol and the whole province of Málaga are one of the main tourist destinations on Spain, and now we have a new private high-speed train operator and a new air route Nice Málaga.
Private high-speed train operator Ouigo is expected to start serving Málaga and the rest of Andalucía in the second half of next year. The French low-cost service will increase the number of operators on the Madrid-Málaga route, and it is hoped to extra competition will lead to lower fares to rail passengers. IRIO was the first competition for state operator Renfe when it started running its train between the two cities. In June, Ablo, Renfe's low-cost subsidiary, will slash fares with prices starting from €7, although with just one daily departure each day, and it will slower stopping at all intermediate stations on the line. The third and last to offer its service will be Ouigo, planning to sell single tickets from only €9 and offering the largest capacity trains in the Spanish market with 509 seats. Ouigo Spain General Manager Hélène Valenzuela has indicated that the service could arrive to the Costa del Sol and also Seville between June and December next year. This was revealed when the subsidiary of the French state company SNCF launched its Madrid-Alicante route recently, the third of the rail corridors in Spain on which it operates. It is expected that there will be 2 daily return services between Atocha in Madrid and María Zambrano in Málaga City, which will mean a total of about 28,000 seats a week on the high-speed route offered by all the operators, with up to 20 departures a day in each direction. Ouigo's arrival on the scene is highly anticipated, and not only because it will mean that a significant rail corridor will be created between the Spanish capital and the capital Costa del Sol, but also because where it has entered the race for passengers. The French brand has offered top competition and substantially lowered the average price of tickets for the other 3 competitors, AVE and Ablo from Renfe and IRIO. Meanwhile, we will also have new air routes. The Iberia Franquist airline for regional flights in Spain, Air Nostrum, will connect Nice and Málaga airport this summer in an operation that will also extend to 4 other Spanish destinations, Ibiza, Mallorca, Valencia and Madrid, where it maintains this connection throughout the year. The company has detailed that the main airport of the French Riviera will be linked with the Costa del Sol 3 times a week, on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays from June 10 to July 17. However, during the peak summer season, it plans to increase the frequency to daily from July 21st to September 3rd. Compared to 2022, the start of flights is being brought forward by 1 month, and there will be 33% more seats available. Air Nostrum connects 59 destinations in 8 countries in Europe and North Africa with a fleet of 47 new generation aircraft.
The Fibromyalgia Association of Benalmádena organized last week the second edition of its conference on fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue to commemorate the International Day of this ailment.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, visited the Innova building last week to support the second conference on fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, organized by the Fibromyalgia Association of Benalmádena in collaboration with City Hall. This year's theme was Road to Visibility, and Navas, who was accompanied by Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga, highlighted the importance of making this ailment visible.
Hoy es el Día Internacional de la Visibilidad.
Today is the International Day of Visibility of Fibromyalgia and Nursing, two closely linked fields that offer the perfect opportunity to celebrate the second edition of this conference. Fibromyalgia was a taboo disease until a few years ago because it was very difficult to diagnose and even generated suspicion among part of the population, although it was finally catalogued through accurate diagnosis. The mayor praised the work they do, as well as their meetings, which allow them to share their experience.
Hace una labor encomiable, ¿no? Porque
It is a disease that mainly affects women of a certain age, and in Benalmádena, the Fibromyalgia Association was set up a few years ago, whose headquarters are located on the ground floor of the social services buildings, which does commendable work because its members support each other, helping each other to cope with a disease that is difficult to cure and generates greater deterioration over the years. The conference was inaugurated by the president of the association, Antonia Molina Pérez, and include presentations by the Dr. Rafael Recio Barba, the lawyer Lola Lobillo, and the psychologist Lorena Román Pulido. The event was also attended by other councillors such as María Isabel Ruiz or Sergio Torralbo, who wanted to support the group. Fibromyalgia is a chronic and disabling neurological disease for which there is still no cure and which is characterized by a disorder of color modulation accompanied by chronic fatigue and multiple chemical sensitivity.
Benalmádena celebrated on Wednesday the Norwegian National Day with a parade after the traditional mass. The event was a success of participation and counted with the appearance of the mayor Victor Navas.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, the deputy mayor, Pablo Centella, and Popular Traditions Councilwoman Pilar Ramírez participated on Wednesday in the celebration of the Norwegian National Day, which brought together a multitude of locals and onlookers in the streets of Arroyo de la Miel. After a religious ceremony in the Church of the Immaculate Conception, there was a parade with the municipal band through the center of Arroyo de la Miel, which culminated with the intervention of the authorities as well as representatives of the Norwegian School and Jacaranda in the Plaza de Austria. After the ceremony, we were able to talk to Navas, who stressed the importance of supporting the different communities that coexist in our municipality.
Hoy es 17 de mayo, es el día.
The celebration of the Norwegian National Day is already a tradition of Benalmádena, and the Norwegian community is part of the great Benalmádena family. In the municipality, we not only have large Norwegian companies that generate employment and wealth, but also the Norwegian School of the Costa del Sol, aspects that have given rise to a large community of Norwegian residents, which currently totals more than 400 people registered in the town. The Norwegian community is an active part of the city where more than 140 different nationalities live together, with foreign residents making up 37% of the population. We are an example of tolerance and harmony for the rest of the world. We were also able to speak with the director of the Norwegian school, Trude Jaren, who highlighted the value of this celebration, explaining why it is important to their community.
We are so lucky that we are able to celebrate here in Benalmádena. It's almost the same way we celebrate in Norway. We have the parade, and we have the band, and then we go to the school, and then we have a lot of games, and the children eat waffles and hot dogs and everything that we do in Norway. So it's a very important day for us, because it's when Norway got their first got the constitution for about a little over 200 years ago, and then that was when the Norwegian people finally felt free.
She also spoke about how lucky they feel to live in Benalmádena.
We are very lucky to live here in Benalmádena because we have such a good collaboration with the Ayuntamiento, and they are so generous and welcoming. and the people who live in Benalmádena, they are also very welcoming to us. So it's good, and we like the weather.
This celebration is another example of the open and cosmopolitan character of this town, which brings together more than 140 different nationalities and has more than 37% of foreign residents in its census, with more than 400 citizens of Norwegian origin registered in the municipality.
And these are today's headlines. Raising awareness among our youngest. The AECC celebrates Fundraising Day. New train and plane routes to Malaga. Fibromyalgia in the Innova building. Parade at Arroyo de la Miel for the National Day of Norway. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with slightly cloudy skies tending to cloudy or overcast, with showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon, which may be accompanied by hail, and lightly on the coast, and which may be locally strong inland. Temperatures will remain unchanged, with lows of 14 degrees and highs of 21. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.